I'm Kat Beal. I'm a singer-songwriter and guitarist for Moon Palace.
Hi, I'm Carrie Beal, and I am one of the songwriters and singers and bass player of Moon Palace.
Hi, I'm Gabriel. I am the keyboardist for Moon Palace.
Hey, my name is Jude, and I am the drummer for Moon Palace.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, fronted by sisters Kat and Carrie Beal, Moon Palace weaves melancholic and haunting vocals with dreamy and driving melodies that you're sure to love. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
Parents are deaf, and my mom is deaf and blind, and so there wasn't always a lot of music in the house, and so music always felt like very precious when we got to hear it.
Sometimes they would listen to stuff just because they liked the vibration of it, but it wasn't like we were introduced to a lot of music that we ended up finally getting into later.
I always wanted to be a singer from a young age. It took a while to get some confidence, and then I would say like in middle school I got super into grunge and was just like absolutely obsessed with Nirvana and Hole, and started playing guitar on like tennis rackets and just like begging my mom and dad for a guitar, and I had to beg them for like several years, and then finally they got me a guitar for Christmas, and after that, it was like all I did. I just played guitar in my room.
Just in high school, Kat and I had some little projects together. We both joined another band together, but after high school, we kind of went different directions musically. I was started to do kind of singer-songwriter stuff. It just took us a long time to kind of merge in styles, so we didn't play together, but we both performed separately. Until about 2013. I had gotten really burnt out being a singer-songwriter, and I thought my next project I wanted it to be more of a collaborative project, and I didn't know what that would look like though. And then Kat and I her band ended, and she had started kind of writing her own songs, and we just randomly came together, and I think it was a blessing because I hadn't performed or done any music in a long time. So when Kat was like, hey, do you want to like work on this project with me? I was really excited.
I got a
Once we started playing music together, we're like, wow, our voices sound really good together. So we just kind of naturally started writing songs together really well. And then I knew Jude, the drummer. We weren't super close, but I knew her around in the community, and I knew she was an incredible drummer.
Don't tell me to shut.
So I was playing in a band called Tenderfoot, and that was right as Kat was formulating this Moon Palace idea. And she saw me drumming in that band, and she asked if I would be in the band, and I was super excited to join.
After the break, discover more about Moon Palace.
Every now and then there's some competition. Like when we're recording vocals, we'll be like, your voice is a little louder than mine, you know.
I've known Jude for a while now, and we played together in a band called Tenderfoot, and then Jude ended up joining Moon Palace, and I was just a fan. And I met Kat and Carrie.
We were just like, we really want a synth player, and we were friends with Gabe. We asked them to be in the band, and we were really excited that they said yes. So yeah, now in its current form, it just feels very right, you know?
Like 2015, 2016 that we actually started practicing and then think about band names. But she really wanted something with moon in it.
I love the moon, and I definitely was like, moon something, something.
I came up with Moon Palace. I always like the word palace, and then we just kind of put all of our ideas together. And it's funny because Jude went to Mexico, and in Cancun, there's a hotel or like a resort called Moon Palace. She felt it was a sign because when she was taking off, she just saw like this big neon sign that said Moon Palace. And she was like, I think that's the one, you guys. So.
As this fire reached the attic, did it penetrate the ceiling of our home out in the wasteland? In our desert of devotion.
Desert of Devotion is a real crowd pleaser. It definitely ties back into those 90s grunge roots we had. That's a song, the very first song I wrote for Moon Palace.
I love Desert of Devotion as kind of like a mid-set thing because I feel like it really grounds everyone.
It's a beautiful track. I love hearing the wash of the cymbals on this track.
There's an echo to go. Will you go and take me with you? In our desert of devotion, devotion.
Kat is one of my best friends. She often brings very creative ideas.
I think maybe I was intimidated by Kat at first, but the more I get to know Kat, the more like kind of goofy, fun parts of her personality come out.
And we share ideas back and forth. Every now and then there's some competition. Like when we're recording vocals, we'll be like, your voice is a little louder than mine, you know?
Is a powerhouse songwriter and bassist. I am just amazed by how much content she can produce.
I've always just really admired her songwriting. Her lyrics are really like metaphorical, and you really have to kind of dissect them.
Will you go and take me with you? In our desert of devotion. Will you go and take me with you? In our desert of devotion.
When we return, find out more about Moon Palace.
Surrounded heart.
I notice whenever we play it live, there are some heads bouncing there, some toes tapping, and that's what I love to see during the show.
Shadowcast is one that Kat wrote. It's our real banger, we like to call it. It's very much a Talking Heads kind of vibe. We were inspired by that.
I remember I was sitting in Eastern Washington camping, and I was sitting at the edge of a cliff, which I always like to do. I always like to bring my guitar, but I was just watching the clouds casting these shadows over the mountains.
I notice whenever we play it live, there are some heads bouncing there, some toes tapping, and that's what I love to see during the show.
I'd like to see more of my life go to music. If I could just make a living doing that, I would do it. We do have a new EP that we've recorded, so I'm currently working on like the album art.
I feel like with every record we evolve and just try out new sounds. I can't wait to see what we sound like years from now.
The goal, I think, for this year is just to release our EP, write more songs, hopefully start playing shows again.
It'd be great to tour again. I would love to get out on the road with them and just keep growing the fan base.
We stand on our own fault lines, kick up until we do it right, reaching out, baby.
We want to keep working together to refine our sound and continue to work on the recording process so we can get the best sound out of ourselves.
I think we all feel ambitious and we would like to see the music have a wider audience. It's just a matter of like getting the music to the audience, which is the whole business side of everything. But I'd like it to be like a financially sustainable business while still keeping the main purpose of why we're together up front.
The goal really is just to have fun, play music, and if we could ever go on a tour that's, you know, longer than the West Coast, because we've done the West Coast tour and that was very fun. So, you know, when things are better, when things are safer, we would love to play big shows and tour.
Infinite space. There may be a day when the sun could rise. All I really know is it ain't easy to judge the history from a lifetime of cracks. All we really know is it ain't easy to judge history from a lifetime of cracks.
And sometimes I do feel really sad that like my mom can't hear or see. One time I was in the car with her and we came on KXP, and you know, it was the first time one of the first times we'd ever been on, and I had to pull the car over and be like, Mom, I'm on the radio. And we turned up the volume and she like put her hands on the speakers and was like, oh, like she was excited, you know. Those are the moments where you're like, yeah, you know, I wish you could hear it.
All we really know is it ain't easy to judge the history from a lifetime of cracks. All we really know is it ain't easy to judge.
Thanks for watching. For more information about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com.